Poštovani gledalci, dobar dan. Ovo je
Good morning. You're watching Roads of Hope, Saturday, 11 a.m. Stay with us for the next half an hour. Our guest is Nada Čuljak Banjac from the Balkan Center for Migrations and Humanitarian Activities, BCM. Good morning. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to be here.
This is your first time in our studio, and I hope it will not be the last. First, please tell us a couple of words about your organization.
The non-governmental organization Balkan Center for Migration was founded 8 years ago by the legal experts in the process of property restitution. We first assisted refugees from Bosnia and Herzegovina. This proved very successful, so we decided to found an organization to deal with such issues. Ever since, our key task has been provision of free legal aid to displaced persons from Kosovo and Metohija and refugees from Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia, notably in the process of property restitution, provision of documents, pensions. We are now working on the process of privatization of socially owned companies in Kosovo and Metohija.
What were the results with respect to Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia?
We are the most proud with Bosnia and Herzegovina because the rate of property restitution there is 98%. As for Croatia, we all know that occupancy tenancy rights were taken away, and there is little chance that they will be restored. The donor conference for provision of housing solutions for refugees will be held soon. But it will focus on the most vulnerable refugees from Croatia, those who have no roof over their heads. So, this is a humanitarian right. The right to a home, as one of the fundamental human rights, remains open. We are positive about the conference that will provide housing solutions for the most vulnerable. We will keep advocating for the right to a home, for something that people once had and then lost. We hope that there will be institutions and humanitarian agencies that will continue working on these issues. Despite all our efforts, the successful mechanism we used for Bosnia and Herzegovina is not effective in Croatia. We've seen that we are unable to replicate these mechanisms in Croatia. We are currently striving to streamline, improve, and raise the efficiency of these mechanisms. This is also one of our tasks in addition to the key activity, which is provision of direct legal aid to our beneficiaries.
You are now focusing on displaced persons from Kosovo and Metohija. You're working on property repossession. What are the results thus far?
Thanks to the U.S. Department of State, Bureau of Population, Refugees and Migration, and the International Agency Catholic Relief Services, our priority in the past couple of years has been provision of legal aid to displaced persons, primarily with respect to property repossession. This has proved to be a very difficult process, just as everything else is that has to do with Kosovo and Metohija. We are unique in that our activities take place on the territories Serbia has no jurisdiction of.
Tako da smo prinuđeni da vršimo pritisak na neki način, jer to nam je i zadatak, kao što sam već rekla, da se ti mehanizmi na neki način
Our task is to keep putting pressure by writing communications and analysis, monitoring of other processes with the aim of the institutions there replicating the Bosnia and Herzegovina mechanism. However, the results are not really satisfactory.
Mi jako dobro sarađujemo sa UNHCR.
Our cooperation with the UNHCR property agency in Serbia is very good. We travel to Kosovo instead of them and bring back decisions to the displaced persons who submitted property requests there, write complaints and other communications in case of unsatisfactory negative decisions. This has been one of our key ongoing activities.
U posljednjih nekoliko godina.
Da, ne smemo zaboraviti i proces privatizacije i pre nego
We should not forget the process of privatization.
Želim da obavestim gledalce
Our audience will be able to hear about it in our program each time there are news about the company privatization in Kosovo and Metohija.
Preduzeća na teritoriji Kosova i Metohije, mi ćemo vas
So,
obavestiti.
what are the results in this area?
Kako to teče?
Što se tiče privatizacije, s tim govorimo sa malo više
Well, we are most
zadovoljstva,
satisfied with the results related to privatization because our beneficiaries get concrete positive results. This means that displaced persons from Kosovo and Metohija get certain sums of money at the end of the process, which means a lot to them in these difficult times.
Ali da se vratimo na početak. U posljednjih nekoliko godina...
Over the past couple of years, we have been one of the few non-governmental organizations that have been providing legal aid in the privatization process.
Radili u društvenim preduzećima na Kosovu i Metohiji, koji se već privatizuju...
The employees with years of service in companies undergoing privatization are entitled to sharing 20% of the proceeds earmarked for this purpose.
Dakle, nije reč ni o kakvim akcijama.
These are not shares, rather a social program.
Kad se neki društveno preduzeće privatizuje...
So when a company is privatized, it must set aside 20% of the sum obtained for it to be divided equally to all the eligible employees of the company. The first step is publication of a provisional list, and this is when we run into the first problem. In Serbia, this provisional list is published only by the daily Danas.
Što znači da bi interorasno lice koje smatra da ima pravo...
This means that a displaced person who thinks himself eligible would need to buy this daily each day for years to learn if his company has been privatized.
Da bi mogao da sazna ili dobije informaciju da li je njegovo...
These companies have changed names in the meantime, which further complicates the process.
Dakle, vrlo je komplikovano.
The second option is the Kosovo Property Agency website.
Za privatizaciju.
Over the last years, the Balkan Center for Migrations is doing its best to inform the displaced persons in time.
Zašto je važno da što pre dođu?
Why is that important? Because the deadlines are extremely short. Once a displaced person learns of privatization of his company, he has a 20-day deadline to file a complaint if his name is not on the list. And most often, non-Albanians are not on the provisional list.
On treba da piše žalbu. Dakle, on se onda obraća Balkanskom
So
centru
he needs to come to us, to the Balkan Center for Migrations personally. We will write a complaint and forward it to Pristina within these 20 days.
How do you manage? Is the postal system functional?
Not between Belgrade and Pristina.
So, how do you send those letters?
We cooperate closely with the UN offices and know when they're traveling to Pristina. This is the only way. We also have a partner organization, a non-governmental organization in Pristina. In view of the current situation, were it not for them, it would be extremely difficult. So when we collect all claims, the deadline is even shorter. Since we also need time to collect all the 150 claims, and take them to the UN office in Pristina. Our colleagues from the partner organization in Pristina take the claims over and submit them to the Kosovo Property Agency in case of provisional lists, or to the Kosovo Supreme Court in case of final lists.
How many companies have not been privatized yet?
According to our information, over 50% of the companies were privatized. Before the Balkan Center for Migration stepped in, there was a vacuum. Companies were being privatized, but the eligible employees missed the deadlines. So I think the timely information is of key importance. That is why we also ask you to spread the information among your audience, to increase the numbers and the benefits. That is our raison d'être.
Dobro, gospođo Banjac, nećete verovati, ali vrlo je brzo prošlo.
The time has gone by quickly.
Naravno, evo, dogovor je takav da bilo koja informacija...
We will be only too happy to air all information related to company privatization in Kosovo and Metohija and invite you to be our guest again.
Mi ćemo to vrlo rado objaviti, a naravno doćete nam ponovo goste.
Hvala lepo.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.